Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am here with the completed block for our Quilt Block of the Month series. This is for July, block number 7, and this is part 3. In part 1, we did the sun specialty block. In part 2, we did all the rest, and in part 3, I did the big stitch quilting. And I don't show you that every time because I showed it to you in the January, the first quilt block of the month. That was just 2 parts. You need to watch part 2 of the January, block number 1, in the playlist. There's a playlist in the description of this video and also on the end screen. It will pop up there. So go look for January's block, and part 2 will show you the big stitch quilting. I finished mine yesterday and I have it for you today, and I really like the way this block turned out. Super cute. But I do want to point out that I had told you when I cut that one edge of the border was more narrow than this because I didn't quite center it right. It's not a big deal. You're going to do shit like that too. So if I can do it, you can do it. Don't worry about it. And that's it. Every block has the same big stitch quilting. I really enjoy that part. It's a little time consuming, but it's relaxing at the same time, so I like it. Now what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to connect rows number 1 and 2. So let me go get those. Oh, I can't even believe how much I love this. I mean, look at how scrappy it is, but yet we have things that make sense, like a cat, an umbrella, you know, flowers, a heart. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. Do remember that when we make the blocks, I always try to remind you that, let's use this as an example. This is the first block in row 3, and it goes like this. See, I made sure that I wasn't going to have anything exactly matching here. So when I make the next block, July, it'll be August, I'm going to make sure that I don't have anything the same that touches this one or that touches the top of this one. It's not a crime if you end up getting something matchy-matchy, but I like it when it doesn't. Like, I wouldn't want a piece of this exact fabric, you know, right here, right under it. Now we have these 2, and I'll try to let you see the rest. Let's go to this end here. See that? Oh my God, it's so colorful. And we've been ragging as we go. Again, go watch January's video. Watch all of the months, right? You're going to do that. But go watch January's and you'll see how I did the sandwich and the big stitch quilting and all that stuff. And then each time I have something that I can connect, I connect it and I do all the snipping. Now I'm going to put these 2 together, and I will show you a close-up at the end, a little slideshow, so stay tuned for that. And all we are going to do is, let me see, I'm going to somewhat match up my intersections. I did a pretty good job. And with ragging, we are going to do wrong sides together, but let me show you the back side in case you haven't seen it yet. This was the best print I could have ever used because I'm not tucking in my knots, and you can feel them. So if I end up putting this on eBay, I want everybody to know you can absolutely feel the knots, and that might really bother someone. I just didn't feel like tugging all those knots through. But you cannot see the black thread anywhere because there's so much black going on that it just blends. Well, I can see my stitch line right there, but oh my God, it all worked out just the way I like. So we are going to put them wrong sides together like this, and I'm not going to line up this edge. It happens that it's working for me, that's pretty much lined up. I'm just going to try to match the intersections the best that I can, and that's pretty good. I will put just a couple pins, and then after I pin, I'm going to just go sew, and I try to get as close to my batting as possible. Even if I get on the batting a little bit, that's fine. And I'm just going to sew, and then I'll be snipping. So let me do that. So this is what we have. I haven't done the snipping yet. I wanted to remind you, I use clear thread. I have a link in the description of this video for the thread that I get. It's at Walmart. It's very cheap. It's only like, I don't know, $2 or $3, something like that. You don't have to use clear. The only reason I'm using it is because I didn't want the thread to interfere with the big stitch quilting. Like one time I accidentally used black thread and I was like, no, I don't want black thread, you know, because I have this nice big black thread. So I use clear, just the clear nylon thread or whatever it's made out of. So I just put these together. This is what it looks like on the back. Oh, they really like line up. I don't know. No, not everywhere. Good enough. Now here's the issue I had, and at first I was like, shit. And then I tried to like fix the first one, and then, yeah, I did. And then another pucker came up, and I said, I'm not gonna fix puckers. So what I mean is, when I was sewing, there's times, let's see, can I show you? Oh yes, right here with the yellow. What the heck, that even has like a thread folded over. I don't know, one of my big stitches did something weird. Right here, this big stitch, the black one, it's, you know, got like a little V, so something got caught there. So I made that mistake too. But see the pucker right there? Here's why I'm not worried about it. When this is all snipped and ragged, you know, the fabric's gonna be like curled up there. So we don't care, we don't care about that. And I don't know about that black thread, but I'm not going to worry about that either. I don't want to mess with it. I'm just going to leave it as is. There are people who aim for perfection. That's the part they like. And I say go for it. If somebody wants to do everything perfectly or as close to perfect as they can, and that's what they thrive on, I'm not saying you have to make a mess of your fucking quilt. I'm saying you can do a perfect job if that's what you're aiming for. But what I also want to say is so many people don't even bother trying, or they try and they give up because they can't do what they think is a good job. And it doesn't have to be a good job. It only has to be good enough, and only good enough to actually cover a child, or to have a quilted blanket in your car in case you feel like having a blanket on your lap. It's to be used, right? So don't worry about everything. If it's put together and it doesn't fall apart in the wash, consider it a huge success. I do get people who say, you shouldn't tell people that it's okay this way or that way. You should be teaching them the proper way to do this. And it's like, no, I'm going to teach them any way to do it so that they can get it done. It's a matter of having a finished product at the end, isn't it? I think most of you agree with me. So now I'm going to just sit here and do the snipping. And you know the drill. I'm just going to snip up to, but not into, the line that I just sewed. I didn't trim any of this stuff because when it's snipped and washed, that will all curl up. And you know, after that, if there's stuff that you want to trim, there's like something snipped that's, you know, too much rag or whatever, you can cut that off after the fact. So I'm just going to snip and I'll be right back. And I'm done with this part. Snipped like that. Your snipping doesn't have to be even, so don't worry about that. I tend to snip maybe 1/4 of an inch or a little bit more to 1/2 an inch. I just snip along. When you get to the intersections, just snip whatever way you feel like snipping. And if you accidentally cut through the line of stitching, just go through. And so you don't have to do the whole way. If it's just like, you know, right here that you actually cut through, just go and, you know, go back and forth a little bit right there. And that's about it for now. So I have this, and I'll show you some close-ups. And then this is the one that I did today, that I finished, well, finished yesterday. And again, that's going to go here. And notice that I do repeat some colors. Like I have this, I almost think in every block. Because I like it. Yeah, I have it there and there. And I have it here and here. Alright, so I'm just going to make sure I get that one in every block from now on. Had to go rescue that one. And I don't know if I've accidentally done that, but I do like, you know, repeats. So just, I don't know, I just like it. I like it very much. And I always try to put some little squares, because I have 2-inch squares in every one of these, and then some big squares to make it go fast, or not necessarily squares, rectangles, whatever. So please subscribe so you can watch the rest of this series that's going to end in December of 2024. And I have other series too, and again, go to the description of this video and you'll see some playlists for my 12 blocks of Christmas. That's 2 blocks per month, but that one ran April and it's going to go through September because I didn't start in time, so we're going to do the 12 blocks in a 6-month period. I also have a crochet block of the month in case you want to do that too. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Bye!